And Paul George coming back from injury. This guy was a premium defender before the injury.
Well, since you talk about the little guys, I'm going to talk about the big guys. D12, Dwight Howard, shot blocker. Most of his career still doing that pretty well.
We are live at the Staples Center for a Western Conference contest with the Los Angeles Clippers here in L.A. This game is part of the travel schedule for New Orleans. And, guys, we won't be seeing Anthony Bennett, who is injured.
Well, Kevin, no more uncertainty.
Olynyk comes in for Jared Sullinger. And it's E'Twaun Moore checking in for J.J. Redick. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Samuel Dalembert, who's checked in for Ashe. Anderson comes in for Davis. Riley is checked in for Eric Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. So for New Orleans right now, Evans and Anderson, the forwards. Riley is out there with Norris Cole. And it's Dalembert in at the center, filling out the middle. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
We got a storyline here. If it goes on for the rest of the game, it could be all those points they're getting at the foul line.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And let's take a quick peek at the 2K leaderboard and the steal leaders from the point guard spot for the last 10 games. Number 1. Chris Paul.
And despite the offensive responsibilities that come with being a point guard, I think he may enjoy the defensive aspect of the game even more.
Well, he should enjoy it as good as he is as a defender. I mean, if he's on you, you can't relax at all. He gives opposing point guards nightmares. Activity, energy are just too much for some guys to deal with.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Riley kicks to Dalembert. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And Griffin slams it in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Pelicans trail by 4. And the pass to Riley. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He gives up a little size, but makes up for it with his quickness. It's tough to keep him away from the basket.
Moore outside. A 3-ball. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. New Orleans has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Pass to Riley. Screen by Dalembert. Freak dishes to Evans. Dalembert sets a screen for Evans. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. And there it is again. Nice make there from Riley. Freak's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Moore passes to Griffin. Puts up the baby hook. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
A moment now to see the numbers for Blake Griffin. Putting up about 18 points per 8 rebounds and 5 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Bargnani's checked in, and a change for the Pelicans. Cunningham's checked in. Freak with it. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Again, the Pelicans score. Los Angeles leading by 3. And here is Paul. He had 16 points in the win against the Lakers.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
The kick out to Anderson. That 3 off the mark.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partners. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Now here's Paul, guarded closer, and stolen by Freak. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
His shot is looking really good here in the first.
Everything is falling. 5 of 5 to start.
Paul kicks to Olynyk. Green inside. Cunningham's there. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Here's Cole. Puts up a 3. No luck. And a word from Chris. Little something to say about the success of a very special and influential teammate, Blake Griffin.
You know, Blake.
Of course, we know that Blake would say the exact same thing about Chris Paul. You know, Chris and Blake Griffin share so much in common when it comes to being the hardcore Clippers their owner brags about all the time.
And you think about it, Chris Paul is not easily impressed, nor is Doc Rivers, for that matter, but both of these guys have praised Griffin for how hard he's worked and how far he's come in his career.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. The shot blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. Holiday out there with Riley. And it's Gordon in at the 3 side. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz really lit it up. He ended up with 38 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Freak's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pelicans. Poked away. Sullinger outside. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Here's Riley. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 6 assists in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way. The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Freak dishes to Davis. Holiday the pass to Riley. For the 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from 3-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
On the wing, Green. Will it go? And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Holiday's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Riley. It's deflected. They'll get another chance. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Evans, he's checked in for the Pelicans. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Bargnani comes in for Blake Griffin. Boozer, he's checked in for Green. And Moore subbed in for J.J. Redick.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
And it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So we can't forget about that part of it either.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll.
Showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. Pelicans, #1.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
And Anderson kicks to Freak. Fires the three. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Paul dishes to Olynyk. His three-pointers off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
He kicks it to Cole. Anderson, a screen on Paul. Riley against Moore. Anderson outside. Clock at 4. Cole. And another three for New Orleans.
And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
A baseline J. Shots good from Bargnani.
And a big height advantage right there.
It's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
So as we conclude the first half.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, with the foul trouble right now, do you plan on resting your starters and relying on your bench?
Well, we're going to have to, so whether I have trust or not, and I do, they're going to play regardless.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going. New Orleans making some changes here. Anderson comes in for Omer Ashik. And it's Riley in for Eric Gordon. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Jared Sullinger is out there with Griffin. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Riley can't hit. Clippers trail by 17. The shot by Sullinger, wide open. They get the rebound. Green, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Riley, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Paul. He's averaging 19 points per game, 10 assists, and just over 2 steals. Night in and night out, he's their #1 option offensively.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. Almost every play feels like it runs through him.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Sullinger. Bargnani comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's E'Twaun Moore checking in for J.J. Redick.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Move the ball and stick it to Mike.
Now here's Freak. He's got 32. Lets the three fly. And he gets it to go. Freak's got 35 in the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Outside, Green. And Moore kicks to Paul. Paul is doubled. Back to Moore. And the wide open shot from Green. Nice shot from the wing. Green's got 7 points for the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole. All the time in the world to get that one off.
Paul outside. Moore outside. Back to Paul. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. And New Orleans will come the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Riley against Moore. And Riley gets it to go. Freak's got 37.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Ball's knocked loose. And it's Paul penetrating. Pelicans pull it in. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Yeah, I think they felt that game slipped away from them.
Oh!
That was an excellent burst to the hoop for that throwdown. I mean, he's a laser beam guy, fast as light.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
Attention, State Center, please. For your spirit and team.
Boozer, he's checked in for Green. And a change for the Pelicans. Samuel Dalembert, who's checked in for Dante Cunningham. LA's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Drills the three-pointer. Moore's got 14 points for the game.
He is on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
Bargnani against Riley. Rebounded by Moore.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him. You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Here's Riley. The second chance effort. The shot by Dalembert, no good. Clippers trail by 17. Here's Boozer. Great D that time from Davis.
Oh, excellent interior D to force
Look
it.
at that jam. I mean, just beautiful. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Boozer, and the layup's good off the glass.
almost automatic when he can get the basketball that close to the basket.
Well, defense has to be played earlier in that situation. You've got to fight to not allow him to get that position in the first place.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Bargnani passes to Olynyk. It's stolen by Dalembert. Goes up, and Freak throws it down hard.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change. A different look for the Clippers. Bargnani is checked in for Redick, and Moore subbed in for Chris Paul. Riley is checked in for the Pelicans. So for New Orleans right now, Evans and Anderson, the forwards. Riley is out there with Holiday, and it's Asik in at the 5.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Carlos Boozer.
Jeff Green. Chris
Paul, no one around him. And the Clippers miss again. The Pelicans shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. The baseline J. And again, it will drop another make there from Riley. Freak's got 49 points in the game. Knocks it loose. Paul with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Green dishes to Sullinger. The 15-footer, good.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Holiday. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Paul kicks to Moore. Here's Griffin. That one wide left. New Orleans with the ball. Here's Riley. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 51 points for Freak.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Wide open look. Moore with the bucket.
Moore with the bucket.
Moore's gone a terrific 6 of 8 shooting from the floor. Now Freak. Here's Anderson, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Riley. No good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Griffin. And that one is hammered home.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. The 3, in it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Pelicans leading by 21. Freak with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Freak's got 53.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Bargnani is checked in for Sullinger. Boozer comes in for Blake Griffin. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jeff Green. And it's Tyler Ennis in for Paul. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Samuel Dalembert is checked in for Asik. Cunningham comes in for Anderson. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. It's Redick on the wing. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
1:29 left in the game. Riley kicks to Cunningham. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. And Freak gets it to go on the assist from Cole. 58 points for Freak.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for New Orleans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah. And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And making up for the loss in the first matchup between these two teams, they gave it all they had to even this 3-game season series at 1-1 against the Clippers.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
At the line for your Clippers, Ejuan Moore.
That's good for Moore. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Los Angeles. And the Pelicans also making a change. Babbitt's checked in, and so Moore nails both of them. And here's Freak over to the wing. Babbitt passes to Riley. Bargnani over to help. Riley kicks to Dalembert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
And Freak throws it down hard.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
Yeah, and I'm confident Coach was reminding everybody, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
If we can't get the ball in, we have another timeout. Use it if you need it.
Launches a 3, and again New Orleans with the triple. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory.
Well, gentlemen,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet. Freak. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
to the finals tournament we've all been waiting for is this weekend, and we have all the latest updates. We hear from 2 of the qualified team owners and, of course, give you a chance at BC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, the road to the finals tournament we've all been waiting for is this weekend, and we have all the latest updates. We hear from 2 of the qualified team owners and, of course, give you a chance at BC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, the road to the finals tournament we've all been waiting for is this weekend, and we have all the latest updates. We hear from 2 of the qualified team owners and, of course, give you a chance at BC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, the road to the finals tournament we've all been waiting for is Today on 2K TV postseason, the road to the
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. Chesapeake Energy Arena. The wins have been coming pretty steadily for the Thunder. They've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. Well, last season was pretty much a lost cause with all the injuries that the Thunder went through. When this team is healthy, however, Kenny, do you feel they should be a top contender in the West?
Oh, when they're healthy, they're one of the best. I mean, the Thunder, with their roster complete, when it's complete and they're healthy, they can contend with anyone. I think they're dominant when their core guys are there. If 1 or 2 guys are missing, they play such a vital role that it's difficult for them to sustain any kind of success.
And injuries will be a factor.
The Pelicans come into a Western Conference contest in this game. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
He said a big factor in this game will be how well they limit penetration by Tyreek Evans. He said he's so unique in that he's so big and so strong and also tremendously slippery and elusive off the bounce. But we've really got to cut off his right hand and then dare him to shoot over the top. I'd rather he have a wide open look from 18, 19 feet than a clear lane to the rim any day of the week. Kevin, the marching order, pretty clear cut.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Riley. Great D that time from Durant.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. Russell Westbrook third.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position, it is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the age we're living in right now. I mean, it's not uncommon to see a point guard lead his team in scoring, which used to be almost unheard of. And these guys here are all capable of carrying the scoring load for their team on any given night.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Thornton. Putting up about 10 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
Payne, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. The Pelicans trail. Freak with it. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets it to go. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Cole kicks to Dallenberg. Now here's Freak. He's as deadly a weapon as you're going to find in the league, an average of almost 35 points a game. Wow. Here's McGarry. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Thornton against Riley. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Riley against Thornton. 5 on the clock. Here's Cole. Hands the shot with nobody near him.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
And a wide open look for Thornton. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And stolen by Freak. And now the Pelicans on the break. Whoa!
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Durant kicks to Thornton. Cole with the rebound.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Riley against Henderson. Passes it to Dallenberg. Evans dishes to Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Let's call him a speed merchant. I mean, he was a blur going in for that throwdown.
Can't get it to go. And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated. Year-by-year improvements. And the Thunder making a change here. Durant's checked in. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Riley is checked in for Norris Cole. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Ellis. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Outside, Davis. The feed to Freak. It's stolen by Ibaka. Gordon against Durant. There's the dish to Westbrook. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Riley kicks to Davis. To the paint. New Orleans moving it around. 5 to shoot. Freak with it. Guarded now by Durant. Deep 2 from Anderson. And again, no good by New Orleans.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Ibaka outside. The wide open look for Durant. Drains the three-pointer. And now just a 1-point Pelican lead. Holiday off a pick from Riley. Poke loose and stolen by Thornton. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Durant. That's good. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Thunder.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Mitch McGary's checked in for Steven Adams. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. New Orleans also making some changes. Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for Anderson. Cunningham comes in for Eric Gordon. And Tyreek Evans subbed in for Drew Holiday.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey, he's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
And he dunks it down.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the league appears to be heading north, if you will.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously not what they need right now. He's got to score.
Evans outside. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Evans. And now it's a 12-point Pelican lead. Knocked away and stolen by Freak. All alone, and that one is stuffed right through.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. To end the run, and the basket by Thornton. Thornton's got 8 points.
Unbelievable shot there. He busted out the trick release and left the defender dazed and confused.
And Freak throws it down hard.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. That's good from Payne. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Seven seconds left to play in the first half. Evans passes to Riley. And the 3 off target. And that concludes the first half.
All right, men. We've done a good job in the first half of taking the momentum.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Freak. He has 23 points and also 3 nice steals. He's had great awareness out there.
Look for Oklahoma City. Henderson comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Thornton in for Ellis. The Pelicans also changing it up. Anderson comes in for Omer Asha. And it's Riley in for Eric Gordon. So the Pelican 5 right now. The big men are Anderson and Davis. Riley is out there with Holiday. And it's Evans in at the small forward. Thornton for 3. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Pelicans leading by 8. Evans dishes to Freak from deep three-point range from beyond the arc and then some. Freak's got 28 points for the game.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And the basket by Thornton. Thornton's got 13 points.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I'll tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Henderson kicks to Durant. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Thornton.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Kicks to Davis. Here's Riley. And another 3 for New Orleans.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Westbrook passes to Adams. He kicks to Henderson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Thornton, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
Westbrook, nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now it's only a 5-point Pelican lead. Holiday dishes to Freak. Anderson, a screen on Thornton. Here's Riley. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Durant up top. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against Los Angeles.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again. Yeah,
just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
1:43 left to play here in the third. It's Anderson with the drive. And again, no good by New Orleans. Thunder trailing by 5. Pass to Henderson. Shoots the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Riley against Thornton. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Russell Westbrook.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
McGarry's checked in for the Thunder. Payne comes in for Russell Westbrook. And a change for the Pelicans. Cole's checked in. Marcus Thornton on the wing. He dishes it to Henderson. Durant sets a screen for Henderson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one's on Evans. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Here's Riley. Here's Davis. And that one is hammered home.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And Cole kicks to Freak. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Great D that time from Durant.
He tried to throw the spin move into his act that time. It worked about as well as you'd expect, Kev. That's not his game.
Dishes to Freak. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And both free throws good for Riley. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Here's Payne. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Payne out there with Ellis. And it's McGarry in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And Durant gets double teamed. Ibaka, the basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 5 assists in the game. New Orleans leading by 5. Pass to Riley. He feeds it to Davis. Riley kicks to Ashik. Here's Cole. Davis, the pass to Riley. New Orleans moving it around, and he gets it to go. And the Pelicans lead by 7. Oklahoma City shooting here about 46% for the game. Payne kicks to Ibaka. Feeds to Durant. He's looking for Ellis and finds him. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Gordon dishes to Freak. And stolen by Payne. One-on-one fast break. The pass to Durant. And that one's good.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Passes it to Riley. On the wing, Eric Gordon, defended by Durant. Riley passes it to Asha. Gordon kicks to Freak. 4 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Freak. Freak's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Thunder trailing by 5. And there's the feed to Ibaka. Ellis kicks to Durant. Stolen by Gordon. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point Pelican lead.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control, even though he's going at breakneck speed.
He's checked in for the Thunder. Payne comes in for Ellis. The Pelicans also changing it up. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Usher. And it's Riley in for Gordon.
Looking at the game for Ibaka. He's got 10 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him.
Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Payne, he's checked in for Durant. Riley, he's checked in for New Orleans. Westbrook with the steal. All alone. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Westbrook's got 8 points here in this quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Oklahoma City?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Ibaka with the screen on Holiday. Westbrook. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Man, did they need those points. And I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
Well, unless they alter the defense on him, I mean, he should be the guy they go to. His height gives him a huge edge the way they're playing him now. So keep going to it until the defense adjusts.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Durant's checked in. Holiday against Thornton. And Adams now top of the key. And Durant, here we go. And he converts the layup. Durant's got 11 in the second half.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
Yeah, and nobody giving up any ground either way, fella.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Westbrook kicks to Thornton. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. And it's good. Fought through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And it's a 2-possession game now, thanks to the and one. Aggressive play to get to the line, and a nice job converting that free throw.
Double team on Westbrook. Thornton against Riley. Thornton dishes to Adams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For three, Westbrook. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They've led by as many as 14 points. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Do it. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to manage it.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Dallenberg's checked in.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
If we can't get the ball in, we have another timeout. Use it if you need it.
.20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Thornton and Davis sends it back. And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Riley against Thornton. Henderson passes to Payne. On the wing, Thornton to end the run. Nails the tray. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And time now to go courtside.
Will Anthony, this win?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis. What'd you think, Shaq?
His accuracy from the field was pretty.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy.
2K TV postseason. The road to the finals tournament we've all been waiting for is this weekend, and we have all the chance at BC in 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV Postseason.